Hey you guys, I'm back with another one. Man, I had to do a lot of erasing because I kept messing up. All right, I'm gonna show you where I was messing up at. Okay, I was messing up. Where I messed up at, where the eyes at, and the feet. So I had to make sure that was fixed right. So I was like, oh my gosh, because I have wiggly fingers. Okay, so I can't keep I can't keep a steady hand. So when I draw, like, it messes up. Okay. So I be struggling. My hands be going through it. I be like, oh my gosh, like, stay still. My right hand be going through it. Because I don't know how to write with my left hand. I'm like, stay still. Stop being wiggly. Okay. A wiggly behind hand. Oh, so I hope you guys having a wonderful Wednesday. Stay positive. Don't be around negative people, because I had to fall back from negative people, right? Because certain negative people that was around me, always, like, kept talking about negative stuff. So I had to like remove myself, because I was like, oh no, I can't be absorbing too much negative energy. Okay. It's like they get they gets off talking about negative stuff. So I had to remove myself. I was like, I can't be hearing negative energy. Like, I need to hear positive energy. Okay. Because when you be hearing negative energy all the time, that can cause a mental problem where you having, like, where you're dealing with anxiety and depression and all that stuff. So like, whenever people come around me that be talking negative, I have to remove myself. Like, I be pushing myself away, because I don't need that kind of energy. I always been like that since a kid. Like, I try to, like, block out people that be, negative, negative, negative. I'm like, you never talk about nothing positive. Like, why are you always talking about negative stuff? Like, you enjoy it or something. And then they be trying to force you to listen, just to, I guess, to see a reaction. Okay, so I be blocking them people, man. Xing them out. I'm like, no, I can't do this. You too negative. I can't be around this type of stuff. Like, they get an enjoyment out of finding out negative stuff. And then like, when you be around them, you try to cut, like, block them, like, try to change the subject, and then it gets like a attitude that they be coming at you, like you the problem, because you trying to change the subject. And then they be repeating themselves. Like, if you're not noticing that I'm trying to change the subject, okay, by cutting off what you're talking about, and you're like feeling some way, like, repeating the same stuff, like, trying to make sure I hear what you're saying, and I'm constantly ignoring you. That's a problem. Like, something is wrong where you're, like, sitting up there, keep repeating the same negative stuff. But that's narcissists for you, because I have narcissist people that surrounds me, and they is like their behavior, like, they be like doing, like, feeding into negative stuff. This is what they do. They feed into negative stuff, right? And then they be bragging. Like, it's like they always bragging about what other people doing, like things that they had never accomplished. So they brag about other people, okay? And then they'll be like, why didn't you like, I remember one time, a person was like, why didn't you go to school to be a nurse? Ew. Like, what? Like, why would I go to school to be a nurse? If that's what some people into, that's their business. But I don't have the stomach for that, okay? Because I'm the type of person, I see nasty stuff, smell nasty stuff, I'm going to throw up, okay? So I'm like, that's something I would not do, because I'm not going to put myself at risk of catching stuff and then bringing it, to home to my loved ones, bringing it home, and we all sick, So like, it's like they be bragging, like, they look at what other people doing, right? And then they brag, and they're like, oh, why you not doing this? Why didn't you do what so and so doing or whatever? So I just be I be blocking that off, because that don't get to me. I be blocking stuff like that. And then they be feeling some way because you're not feeding into what they're talking about. Okay? So I be blocking that stuff off. It's kind of hilarious. I be like, why is you pressing to let me hear what you talking about that's negative? Like, when they try to put you down and stuff, I don't feed into that. I just be like you got a lot of stuff going on with you. A lot of stuff, and you trying to come, like, you trying to belittle somebody, and then when you remind them of this negative stuff they're doing, they play victim. Oh, people always want to blame me for everything. Like, when you start letting them know about the negative decisions they have done, negative things that they have done, and their behavior and stuff, and then they want to play victim, like, oh, people always blaming me for stuff, like it's my fault or whatever. But they be quick to, like, fish out your flaws and be trying to throw that in your face, like, oh, you should have did this, you need to do that, you need to do, you need to do that, like, and expecting you not to say nothing. Okay? Yeah, because that was crazy. Because, like, one time, I was around one, right? It was a narcissist I know, right? Because it's kind of funny. I be laughing at that type of stuff. Because they don't bother me. They're like immature kid. They're like spoiled, rotten, kids trapped in a adult body, okay? That wasn't taught right. So I was talking to one, having a conversation. So I had kind of like corrected the person and was like, you don't have to say, like, when you be referring to your siblings, you don't have to say brother and sister. If you got both brothers and sisters, right, you can just say siblings. Instead of saying, oh, my brothers and my sisters, you can just say siblings, all together, okay? Instead of saying brother and sisters. Now, if you only have, like, brothers or sisters, then you can say, oh, my brothers, or oh, my sisters. Or if you don't want to say that, you can say my siblings. So they got mad because I corrected them, right? And they was like, why are you talking? It was crazy. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because they're going to say, why are you talking like you rich? And I was like, how is correcting you talking like I'm rich? Like, you don't make no sense. So they tried to put, so they tried to, tried to put me down, talking about, what you think you smarter than me? And I was like, what the heck? And I was saying to myself, yes. I was saying to myself, sure, I'm smarter than you. Because you don't, you kind of, you don't know, you don't know certain things that I know, okay? So so they felt some way because they thought I was trying to test their intelligence, okay? And was like, they got offended and was like, oh, what you think you smarter than me? And I was like, well, technically I am, because you wasn't bringing home no A's and B's, okay? In school, you wasn't bringing them kind of grades. You was struggling. So so I brushed it off, because I don't, like, I'm an empath, but I know how to protect myself. I don't get all like emotional and bent out of shape when people be saying stuff to me. I be brushing it off. I had like a strong mind since I was a kid. It was to the point where how how when you in school and then you got students, they be over there trying to bust on your parents and stuff. So we used to have a busting on a roasting, well, roast on your parents. So we used to have a roasting on each other parents match, okay? Like, that stuff wasn't getting bother me. I wasn't on no, oh my gosh, they talking about my parents, they busting on my parents. I wasn't on that tip. I was just busting on their parents' back. So when people be trying to when come for me negative, that don't be bothering me. I'm like, so I just be trying to like ignore that, or I'll let them know about themselves. Cause a few times I had to let the person know about themselves, and they got offended. Like, don't be trying to belittle me trying to, because that don't work. And then reflecting what you're dealing with onto me, So I just thought that was funny. I was like, oh my gosh, he literally thought I was testing his intelligence. Okay? He literally thought I was testing his intelligence. And tried to come for me. And I just brushed it off. Because I've been through a lot. You as a kid, you go through a lot. And you toughen up, because I was like one of them quiet nerds, that don't start stuff, you just hurry, do what you gotta do so you can graduate. I was one of them students. And I guess, some of the students, how, cause you might have you might have a student that'll try you, cause they like, oh my gosh, she is so quiet. She don't be getting this stuff. Let me see if I can test her out to see if, they can bully you, okay? So they found out the hard way. They was like, oh, snaps. They was like, oh, that's not no nerd. They was like, that's not a nerd. She just she wear glasses, and she's smart in class, because I was like ahead of all the other students, because I had, like, the teachers had to get me to help the other students catch up. I was like, oh my gosh, because I was so irritated. Like, because my parents supposed to have skipped me. I was like, why they ain't skip me to a higher grade? So they ain't wanted to skip me to a higher grade. So I was helping the other students catching up, with their work, because I was already ahead of them, where I can be on the computer and all this. I can go to the library, get some books, while the other class is like, the other students is trying to catch up. So they must be doing. I was a nerd, like I was a one, one of them type of students that they could try to bully. Okay, and they found out the hard way. They was like, oh, that's not no nerd. That's not one of the pushover goofy nerds that you could bully around. Soon as they tried to bully, because it was like it's always that one student, whether whether it's because they they kind of on the heavy side, and you're skinny and look like you can easily be bullied. They be trying to test you like that. And or they'll be like, oh, that person quiet, let me see if I could bully them around. Okay, so it would be like they'll try to like test me. They used to try to test me where they try to play the hitting game. They try to hit you to see if you would hit them back. And I'm like, and then when you warn her, I used to be like, don't put your hands on me, because like when they first do it, right, I'm like, don't put your hands on me, because I don't play them hitting games. So the person will do it again. That's when I will put my hands up and do what I have to do. And then after that, they back off like, oh snap, that's not a bullying target. Oh, let me leave her alone before cause I ain't trying to get my culo beat again, okay? So they back off. But it's always at one. So I had got tested, like, how many times I got tested? It was 1 and 1, 2. Five times, okay? And each, not, it was like, I know in high school, it was like, how many times in high school? One time in high school. And the rest, one time in high school, it was 3 times in, from preschool to 5th grade. And 1 time in middle school, okay? All together 5. So when they found out I wasn't a nerd you can bully around, okay, they backed off. So I used to see other students get bullied. Like I'll be sitting there like, why are you just gonna let them throw heavy textbooks at you and not do nothing? I was like, oh, that couldn't have been me, because if they would have had turned off the lights and threw some heavy textbooks on me, the room would have been looking like a tornado after I threw the desks at them, okay? The student was just standing there letting them do that. I was like, oh my gosh, that couldn't have been me. So they knew who to mess with and who not to mess with. So they was like, oh, don't mess with the quiet ones. Them quiet ones will get you. And they wasn't lying, because I wasn't one of the easy targets you can you can try to bully, okay? So yeah, so I'm all like running my mouth about my childhood issues. Trying to figure out what color I'm gonna do the hair this time. So I don't know. I'll figure something out. Let me, do this. But yeah, so yes, but I don't know, let me stop being silly. I had made some cafe, and it's still sitting there getting cold. That's a sign for me to stop drinking that. So it's just sitting there, because I had to couldn't really drink it, because I had stuff I had to take care of. Oh my goodness, some of the gel ink is getting on the pencil. So this is not going to take too long. Hope not. I seen something that was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, this person passed me. Are you serious? You know? But hey. I'm like, are you serious, really? I'll figure out. Alright, let me see how. Okay, how I'm gonna do this now. So, I probably use gold for the belt. So I don't know what we having for dinner today. I know yesterday we had some tortilla. We had some tortilla chips with chicken. Nacho. You might as well say chicken nachos. So we had that for dinner. So I don't know. I have to do the inside a different color. But then again, I don't know. I'm gonna do the pants. I wasn't trying to do it that dark. Alright, I'm gonna have to use a marker real quick. Hold on, let me get the marker. Alright, so I'm going to use, let me see if I could use some marker in here. See, I don't like using this marker because is too dark. So, I'm not gonna really use it all heavy like that. Alright, so alright, yeah, I don't wanna go nuts with this marker. Okay, so alright, I'm done with that, so I'm gonna figure out what I'm just gonna color. Let me color the hair black. I was trying to use yellow. Probably I might use yellow. Okay, so red. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm not really going to color too hard, too like heavy, because I don't want okay, I don't want it to bleed through the other side. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it light. Hold on, let me check if this works. Okay, so I'm going to use a red crayon. Okay, now I gotta do the shirt. I had to double check, make sure this wasn't pink. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I didn't pick the wrong color. to the hair. I guess I decided to go with the yellow. I really didn't want to do that, but you know, I'm abusing the color brown and black too much, so and I didn't want to, you know, use a darker color because this part, okay? So alright, so alright, so I'm done that. Now I have to figure out what color can I do the belt. I don't want to burn my coffee. I have leftover coffee. I want to burn it. So I'm going to, I gotta turn it off. Okay. So I guess I'll do the belt black and do the belt buckle gold or silver. All right, so I gotta do the eyes. Hold on. I'm going to color the belt buckle. I should have used silver, but hey, what the heck. That's probably even enough. Let me see. Did it go through? Yes, it did. Didn't get on the other paper. Alright, so alright, I gotta do the eyes. Alrighty, ditty. Alright, so oh, I gotta do the outer part of the eyes. Hold on. Alright, so now I'm going to try to color in the eye area, okay? My broken crayon. Don't worry, you guys. I will be getting some coloring pencils, okay? So I won't have to use a crayon. Alright, well, this completes my drawing, okay? Alright, we'll be making some more.